All right, we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
You're stuck with us.
Yeah.
We did some racing. Now we're going to talk some sports
Right.
with Dave and Dean
Different sports.
different sports. And then don't forget, after this at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the Cornbread Nation show. Yeah, the legendary Cornbread Nation. And we're going to talk a little baseball. Yeah, baseball's still going on.
Yeah.
And we'll talk a little football and whatever. And we might throw in a little racing, even though we just got through talking about racing. We're never tired
No.
about talking about racing.
Right.
So,
I'm not anyway.
I want to hear more about this wreck that you had in the simulator. So I have questions.
Okay.
That might be our racing spot because I
Okay.
want to come back to that.
Okay.
Also, I want to know if Ken did the simulator.
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
I
do the
tried
simulator.
to get him to, but he didn't want to do it.
Man, that would have been great. If you wrecked out, he had won that thing. That would have been cool. He said he's got nothing to prove. Years ago, they had
I'm a blocker and a hitter.
a blocker and a hitter.
Yes.
Well, I guess if rubbing is racing, I guess blocking and hitting can be the simulator.
That's right.
I don't know,
right.
but
It's fun.
it's fun. Welcome back. We appreciate you being here. If you like to talk sports, we're here, and we're kind of an open mic night in that we don't have any real prepared notes. We're just wanting to come on and we'll kind of catch up after my trip this weekend, and we'll dig in a little bit deeper. We are going to talk a little bit, but I want to get back into the college football teams and the NFL teams. We're doing predictions and stuff and trying to drill down and talk about that. We're not going to dive deep on that tonight, but we'll talk about that. Sometimes people want to talk in the chat, and we're not really. We're kind of so deep into that, it's kind of hard to fit it in. So tonight is more of a open chat, open mic, whatever you want to call it, and we'll talk about your favorite teams, your favorite sport, and give us your thoughts about stuff. So let me see if I can share my screen here, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the baseball and look at standings for baseball. And yes, I am a huge football fan, but I like baseball, and I'm looking forward to the playoffs that will be coming. No, my team is not doing great, but you got to love October, and plus cooler weather.
Yeah,
And I like cooler weather.
I do
and
too.
You get the drama of the playoffs and all that stuff. That's pretty cool. So we appreciate you folks coming in from X and Twitch and where else? Facebook, wherever you're at. Instagram hasn't came in yet. Rumble, wherever you're at, we appreciate you. The Blue Jays, sitting atop the East and the over there, they've been sort of right there. We said the last show that we did, we said the Yankees better watch out.
Yeah,
And that's exactly what happened is that Blue Jays have played better than the Yankees, and the Yankees for all their money spent. And I mean, that's a great team, but they haven't played up to their expectations. The Blue Jays have done well, and over their last 10, they have lost 2.
they have.
But they're 7-3. But the Yankees are 5-5, and they've also lost their last 2. And believe it or not, look who's storming up. The Red Sox are 10-0 over the last 10. I thought they might slip on down. They have now came on up. They're only 3 games back. And this is what I like about a baseball season is it's up and down.
Right, it is.
A team could be cold in the first half as long as they don't go way out. You can make up ground in the second half. The Red Sox are doing that. Still 3 games there, but that's well within reach. The Rays at 5.5 out, but they're losing, and they've had a bad last 10. So the Red Sox have stormed past them, and the Orioles were never in this thing. So go Blue Jays. The Detroit Tigers have been the class of really the whole league, I think, myself, the whole season. And so, but they've lost 4 in a row. They're 5-5. The Twins are 6-4, and the Royals are 7-3, but they're so far out. Detroit, at this point, doesn't have much to worry about.
Right.
I think it's getting pretty deep into it. There's still some time, but you'd have to have one big streak by one of those teams, and Detroit would have to tank. They've lost 4, but I don't think they're going to tank. I think they're good, and they'll take care of that. So go Tigers.
White Sox, where they at? I hate seeing them.
They're in the basement. So
yeah.
They're only look at that. Let me pull that back up a little bit. They're only 27 games back.
Yeah.
27 games. Wow. And then we got the Astros in the West, 56-40. But they're also 4-6 over the last 10. Not great. Mariners 6-4. Rangers 5-5. Angels just inside that 10 games back, but they were 4-6. So, it's close enough that the Mariners and or the Rangers could make a run, but I suspect the Astros will be okay. I really, really do. I think they'll be fine. Let's look at the National League. The Phillies.
God, where's the Braves at? They're dropped.
They're falling to the basement, man. They won't get there because I don't know. The Nationals might play well enough to get out, but I doubt it. The Phillies, 5-5 over the last 10. They've won 1. The Mets have lost 1, but 6-4. The Marlins have won 2 at 5-5, and they're at 10 games out. The Braves, 12.5 out. They are 3-7 over their last 10. They can't come back and win this division.
No.
Is there a possibility they could come and win a wild card? No. This team is done. Players are playing for next year to see if they're going to get an extension for some of them, if they're even going to be on the team.
Acuna is coming back.
Oh, yeah, he'll be back. But the Nationals are horrible.
I'm afraid to say this, but I'm going to say it, folks. Stick a fork in the Braves. They're done.
Yeah, they're done. And I hate that.
I do, too.
I like the Braves. I mean, that's my team. But truth is truth.
Right.
The Cubs holding on. The Brewers have closed it up. And both these teams are playing well. The Brewers have won 7. They're 6-2. They're 8-2, off the last 10. The Cubs are playing well, but the Brewers are putting a run on, and there's only 1 game between them. And the rest of them are more than 5 games out. Cardinals, Reds, Pirates. Pirates are going nowhere. Reds and Cardinals are inside of 10 games out. Still some hope there for those teams. And after all, the Cubs are not that dominant, but they're playing pretty well.
Yeah,
57 wins and 56 for the Brewers. That's pretty cool. But all 4 of those teams have 50 or above. Go Cubs.
Yeah.
A lot of Chicago fans tuned into our channel.
I used to be a Dodgers fan.
Dodgers, well, there they
Yeah.
are. They're Dodgers still holding on, 58-39. Won their last two, but only 3-7 over the last 10. The Padres 6-4. They lost their last one. They're only 5.5 out. The Dodgers, for all they've done, you thought would have been a lot higher than
Right.
this. And the Giants are hanging on at 6 games out. Diamondbacks are not going to come back, I would think. And the Rockies were never there.
No.
35 and
Uh-huh.
a half games out. They're 3-7 over the last 10, lost their last two, 22-74. That's atrocious.
Yeah.
That is bad, my friend. That is absolutely bad.
Oh, hey, my head is shame if I was them.
Well, they should. They absolutely should. That's not good. And, everybody in the beginning of the season, they think they've got the team to win it all. Well, some of them right now know that they're not going to win it all. It's not going to happen.
I thought the Braves might get a wild card, but I don't see that happening.
I was hoping for it. But Dean has brought some Braves notes.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward. While we're at baseball, let's cover Dean's notes to the Braves roving reporter. Let's see what he's come up with.
Okay. You want some back in the days?
Yeah.
Okay. Braves versus the American League versus National League. Awarded to Braves November 16th, 2003 by the Major League Baseball. At Truist Park, 3 times the Braves have hosted the All-Star game.
Yep.
The first one is 1972 at Atlanta Stadium. It was renamed Atlanta Fulton Stadium in 1975. 2000 at Turner Field. 2025 at Truist Park. Now here's what you would like, Dave. Earlier All-Star games in the National League. 1936, when Braves was in Boston.
The Boston Braves.
Known as Boston Bees.
Yeah.
Ballpark was a beehive. 1955, when Braves was in Milwaukee. Known as Milwaukee Braves. Ballpark, Milwaukee County Stadium. 1953 to 1965.
And they've done very well in that stadium. Those teams, they won a championship. You're probably fixing to cover that. There were some Hall of Famers on those teams.
National League, 1965. Braves moved to Atlanta. World Series. The first World Series in Atlanta was 1957. National pennant. Two years there, 1957 and 58.
Yep, 57 was a big year.
Hank Aaron, right field, 1954 to 1965. Hall of Fame, 1982. Bob Uecker, catcher, 1962 to 63. Awarded the Ford C. Frick Award in 2003 by the National Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh, Bob Uecker.
And that's the All-Star notes for the Atlanta Braves.
I love that. And if you've not been to the new stadium, it's a good stadium.
It is.
I've been there.
I have to.
The sight lines are great. You got to kind of park away from it, which most stadiums you do. But that battery area they have around the stadium is really cool. And I mentioned that last show, I think. But that's pretty cool. I wanted to go back, since you're talking about that, I want to go back and talk about those early days. Now, I was born in 1965. Obviously, you were given that date. My dad was a big Braves fan. And I can remember, I want to say, I'm certain by 72, I could remember seeing the Braves on. But by 1974, there's no doubt. I remember kind of that forward. And so I remember players that had left right around that time that were future Hall of Famers and coaches even. But when I really remember the Braves and those classic uniforms, those Braves blue uniforms. I love those uniforms, by the way. I like it better than the gray. I love those uniforms. You had players like, of course, Dale Murphy, the great Dale Murphy, who I, I I know you don't want to demean the Hall of Fame, but I think he's a Hall of Famer,
He
and I'd
is.
like to see the veterans get him voted in. He's out of time as a player, but the veterans can vote him in. If he'd got a couple more home runs before he stepped down, he'd probably already been in there. And they say, well, his numbers are not quite there. But let me tell you something. This man got back to back MVP on a cruddy,
Right.
horrible team. That's hard to do. There was a time there when he was just lights out at the bat. And I'm going to tell you what, he was always a Hall of Famer as a person, and still is. A great guy, has a great family, and he loves the Braves. And I still follow him and on the social media, great guy. But I remember players like Bob Horner, the big Texan. He's
I heard that name.
he
Yeah.
couldn't stay healthy. He couldn't stay healthy. But they were so many players that played around that time that I remember. And then you get up, and the stands were empty. Ted
Yeah.
Turner owned the team.
Yeah.
You remember the classic radio lineup: Skip Carey
Yes.
and the Professor, Pete, and oh my goodness, I'm forgetting a couple of them. But Chief Nakahoma, we talked
Uh-huh.
about that last time,
Yes.
and they were horrible,
Yeah.
horrible. Around '83, they got a little life in them,
Yeah.
and
They
they
did.
started playing better. And it just that's when they got some really good players
Right.
that later on proved to get them on that great run. Uh, Players, some they traded for or signed as, but a lot of them came up through the farm system.
Right.
And I remember those late '70 teams, Doyle, Alexander, and some other players. They had the big trade with Kansas City, which was controversial at the time. But they brought in players like Tom Glavine,
Yes.
these Hall of Famers, Smoltz,
Yes.
and you can keep listing players. And that was a golden age for the Braves. Of course, '91, we remember that like it was yesterday.
Yes.
It didn't happen in '91. We thought it was. In '92 or '3, whenever it was, when they were playing the Blue Jays,
Yeah.
of course they lost to Minnesota. When I was in Atlanta at a concert for a Canadian band, and they were giving us a score updates on the Braves from the stage. Of course, they were bragging that they were winning. We rode by the stadium after the concert, said who's winning, and this old guy, I think he was a wino, no disrespect. He said, "Oh, they done blew it. Braves are going to lose," and I was so disgusted because I think that was the last game. I think they were going to put them out. But y'all have a lot of Braves memories.
Yeah.
Claudel Washington, and all these wonderful players. But then Schillerhorst was brought in and put the players together, and with that great run that they had, and in '97 I think that was when they got it. But the Braves should have had more championships. They should have, but you got to tip the hat to the Yankees
Right.
who won it, or Minnesota, whoever, or Toronto, that kept them out of it, and you got to win it. And
Were you watching it when the earthquake hit?
I was watching when the earthquake hit. I definitely was watching that. The Oakland A's and San Francisco Giants. I was definitely watching the game.
We was too.
Those are, there's a great history. Deion Sanders, I remember him playing for the Braves, and that was fun times. Of course, the controversy there. He went off to play the football game, and Bobby
Yes.
Cox got mad at him and set him on the bench for the whole game. And it got to be that was an ugly thing, and eventually led to Deion leaving the Braves. But Chipper Justice, Andre Jones, yes, NC native. Oops, Maddox. I mean, let's not forget
Yes.
about Greg Maddox.
Yes.
And-
Three good ones there.
Oh, great! Hall of Famer. That was a fun team.
Yes.
I mean, an absolutely fun team.
Yes.
They look like they enjoyed playing together.
Right.
They're all friends to this day. Otis Nixon, let's not forget the speed guy.
Oh yes.
Otis Nixon. And I just love those teams. They were fun. And, you get older, things move on. I like
Right.
a lot of the Braves players now. They're doing pretty good, but not great, and they're going to have to figure out what it is they need. Maddox, Glavin, Smokes.
Oh yeah, remember those too.
And that there were some other pitchers that come in there and pitched that fourth and fifth spot when they needed it. And I can't remember that one pitcher's name. He won a big playoff game against Pittsburgh. Yes, Glavin.
Glavin.
What was that young guy's name? He pitched. Remember, he had his glove or what? It was cold.
I remember that.
And
Yeah.
he was putting his face down there, and then he would pitch. He absolutely saved them in that playoff game. I can't remember his name.
I remember his name.
He never quite made it to the upper level like I thought he would. He was the forgotten guy. That guy was supposed to be. It was part of the Big Four, and injuries kind of took him out. I think. It's a Tim Spooneyberger. Just kidding. It's all memories.
Yeah,
they're fun memories.
It is.
So many players. That's the way it is. Baseball goes through so many players coming through.
How about the time that the big strike? They couldn't play the World Series,
And it killed the Braves that year.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
absolutely killed
Yes,
the Braves.
I remember
And
that happening.
baseball after that was toxic. They were a cancer. Thank you for bringing that up. And that's when baseball said, we got to do something.
Right,
And that's when they started being more fun.
right.
And they started letting the players throw more baseballs up in the stands.
Yeah,
There was a lot more fan interaction. And they were doing anything they could to bring the fans back in. Because that strike ticked the fans off. And they said, you know what? We don't need you.
that's right.
And they stayed away.
I remember that.
And if you don't have the fans, I mean, you're done.
All sports is that way.
Yeah.
Whether you're talking about racing, baseball, football, basketball, hockey. You don't have the fans, you don't have nothing. The fans is what makes it sport.
Yeah, and if you've noticed, we haven't had a really hard strike in a long time.
No, we don't need a strike.
They're scared to death. They know that if they do that, the fans could. They never got them all back. But the sport's doing well. They've sped the game up. Some of the things I agree with, some not.
All right.
I'm a fairly traditional guy, but I'm okay with some of it. But it's starting to come back. The problem they have right now is this: if you're a family of four, you can't afford to, unless you're a really big. You're making a couple $100,000 a year.
Right.
You can't hardly afford to take your family to a ball game.
You can't.
I don't drink beer, but I was asking somebody what a beer costs now in a stadium, any sport. And dummy me, I was thinking it was like, I don't know, $6, $7. They said try $13 to $16. And that's just how much it's escalated. So you got your ticket cost. You eat before you go because you can't afford to eat. They've got great food choices.
Oh yes, the smell will kill you.
But those hot dogs and stuff you buy that and a drink, it's $20.
Yeah.
Or maybe more. And I know the smell is great.
Oh yeah. You go to a sports event. It don't matter what it is. You want to get a hot dog, the drink. You're going to get a popcorn.
He said there hasn't been as many fans since they invented air conditioning. Just kidding. But it is expensive, and you go in. I remember taking my. She didn't go with me. My granddaughter wasn't there, but I went into the gift shop while I was at the new stadium, and I thought I want to buy a souvenir for the kiddo.
Right.
And I was getting sticker shock walking around this.
Oh
thing.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So for the Braves, they have the tomahawk. And they had these little foam tomahawks, not the big one, the small one.
Uh-huh.
And I said, I think she would enjoy that. And I bought her that and could afford that. But, I'm 2 hours away.
Right.
So you got gas. You got to eat something. You got your ticket cost.
Right.
You got
parking.
Parking. Yeah, let's not forget about parking. And then anything you buy within the stadium. And you're going to have to buy at least one drink. I mean, it's too long. It's hot. If it's just a water. And popcorn or something,
Yeah, ice cream,
Yeah, and ice cream. If you got a kid with you, you're buying ice cream.
Oh yeah.
And I still say, minor league baseball is the best deal in town.
Right.
It has went up.
It has.
But you can still take your kiddos and get them a little ice cream, popcorn, and you can have some fun with them and not break the bank.
That's right.
Major League Baseball, NFL, NHL, it doesn't matter what it is.
That's right.
It's expensive.
Right. It is.
And I'll ask you a while back how much it was to go on a race, and I think we looked up one of those races. But it has gotten it has gotten very expensive at the races too.
And the fans can't afford it. Like you said, if you have a family, you can't afford going. And you see more on TV than you do sitting there.
Yeah, you do. And so people think, I got my easy chair, back to NC Natives thoughts. I got my air conditioning or my heat. I got food in the fridge. Life is good. But there is that experience of being there. And it's fun.
The excitement.
There's things, there's sights, there's smells, there's sounds. There is nothing like tracking. We'll look at different sports. There's nothing like tracking a baseball that gets jacked by an Andrew Jones or I'm going back a few years or now, the players that's up there now and being in the outfield and watching that ball come in.
Right.
If you're up around the first and third base side, there's nothing like a scorcher off the bat that's screaming up there, and you can hear that whistling through the wind.
Right.
And not to put bare hands up there and try to catch that. Or in football, to see a perfectly thrown spiral and you're down in the end zone and watch that ball come in and the player catch it and barely get 2 feet in and out of bounds for the touchdown. You can't really get that perspective even with all the camera angles that you can get in the stadium.
Right.
The energy, the crowd, amazing. And Broski, Chipper Jones, Jack, his home runs were fun to watch.
Yes.
I got to say, he had a great swing, but my favorite swing was David Justice. I loved how that follow through he had. It was amazing. NC Native says, I remember going to the Braves game around 96. I was shocked at how steep those bleachers were and how high they were. Yeah, you end up at some stadiums. I mean, you're looking down. You're afraid, man, don't let me fall over.
Uh-huh.
And that was a very steep area when you got in that stadium. Absolutely. Now, I want to tell you, I went up at the new stadium. I went up the very top. There's no seats up there. They have tables you can buy. It's right outside the Chop House.
Yeah.
You can buy, obviously, beer and drinks and stuff, but they got tables and you can watch the game from right there. There's no seats. And I watched 3 home runs get jacked against the Braves, maybe 4, standing up there. And they're so far away, home plate is, and it's like you hear the crack of the bat, and then you see the ball, and you're like, oh, it's gone. It's gone. Also remember Willie Mays and Wild Thing. Willie Mays Hayes and Wild Thing.
Right. I remember those names, yes.
You brought up I remember old Al Habrowski for the Braves, how you go behind the mound. He's not like he's getting all fired up and come punching it out. He was a reliever. It worked sometimes. Sometimes it didn't work.
Right.
But I will say this. If you have trouble, like you're a little bit handicapped, or you're just old like me, and you feel like you need it, the handicap seating, there's not a ton of it. The handicap seating at the Brave Stadium is great.
Right.
It's absolutely great. And I told my friend who comes in here, he may pop in, and I know he wanted to be in the outfield. I get it. He wanted to catch a home run. I said, dude, you already got the handicap, because he has a hard time walking all that way. And I said, look, there's all this room here. It's right by the escalator coming up. The sight lines are great. You're out of the sun, and you have shops right there that you can shop in for memorabilia or food. It's a great spot. I would absolutely do that. I wouldn't have a problem with that a bit. And we were on the third base side the way we came in. So it's a beautiful stadium.
It is.
There is that stadium experience.
Oh, yes.
And I will go back. I haven't been in a little bit, but I will go back to a game, whether it's football or baseball. That's the two that I generally go to. But I am going to go to a hockey game next season. I've dedicated myself to going to a hockey game. And I'm going to a race too.
There you go.
Next year. I'll do it next year.
I've never been to a football game, as in college or, pro. I've never been. I'd like to go.
Yeah, you should. I've been to both.
I've been to baseball game. You know, the Braves, Lookouts. I've been to a race.
Yeah.
But I've never been to a basketball game.
Hockey?
No.
No hockey.
Nope.
I've been to see the Hawks. I got to see the Hawks play Michael Jordan.
Really?
And he beat us. And the Hawks played great. Doggone it. He didn't get the last shot, though. They pulled the fake on him and kicked it out to, what was that guy's name? Kerr? Steve Kerr? I saw it. I was right behind, way back, but I saw that from his angle. They all shifted towards Jordan. He kicked it out. Boom, money. I was like, oh, I thought we had them. The Thrashers, I wish I'd have went and saw them. I'm mad that they're not there. I would like, not good enough. I know, broski, not good enough. I want to tell you my NBA, I was crushed. Me and my wife did a weekend out, just husband and wife. And we went to a sports bar, but we were there to eat the food. They had all these TVs. And we had tickets to the Hawks game. And my dream was to see Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight reel. Oh, well, guess what happens on the very day that we go?
Sold out.
They traded him. They traded him to the LA team.
The Lakers.
No, the other LA team, the better one. The other LA better team. I went blank on the name. Danny Manning was the player, and he come in street clothes, and he got booed. He got booed when he walked out. I have nothing against Danny Manning, but he was no Dominique Wilkins. And I went, some cosmic force. It's a curse. I should have been able to. The Clippers, thank you. The LA Clippers.
Oh, okay.
The Clippers. That billionaire, what is his name? Balmer. He owns that team, right? Like an embalmer. It's Baller, Bomber, or something like that. He's kind of a quirky guy. He's a billionaire. He's kind of quirky. But I was sitting there bummed out. My wife is like, well, you still get to see the game. I'm like, I don't care. I want to see Dominique. So I was like, I realized I was never going to see Dominique in a Hawks uniform. But I have listened to him and the announcers.
I tell you back, I have been to a basketball game, the Globetrotters.
The Globetrotters.
I mean,
absolutely.
Okay. I take that back.
Broski says he's been to a lot of NBA and NHL games. I definitely want to do the NHL. I'm not sure if I want to go back to the NBA or not. I'm a little frustrated with the NBA. I'll keep up with it, but they need some changes in the sport. So yeah, he says, I am watching African Hadza tribe members shoot a compound bow for the first time on my other monitor. So they never shot a compound bow, but now they are. Well, you can watch anything on TV, can't you?
Yes.
Back in the early days of the four-letter network known as ESPN,
oh yeah,
you could watch the Canadian Football League and all these weird sports that I didn't even know were sports.
Right.
And because they didn't have the rights to show anything else, they showed highlights. The Sports Center was coming online then, and I used to watch all the guys on Sports Center. But 3 o'clock in the morning, I could watch them. What was it, the Ottawa Rough Riders and all that?
Yes.
I was never really into it, but you should go. You should go to those things, and I'm hoping Atlanta gets. I'm hoping Atlanta gets another hockey team, but I'm thinking about going to Nashville and watching the Preds. That's a good team, and it would be a great outing to go up there and see them. So I think I'm going to do something like that. I think I'm going to go up and see the Preds. I've never been to a hockey game. I would like to see the Predators play Philly. That's who I want to see them play. I've always liked Philly. So since there ain't no Atlanta hockey team, I will go watch the Preds and Philly. So that's what I say. So We got the NFL camps are opening up and things are heating up. Rasheed Rice for the Kansas City Chiefs is going to have to spend 30 days in jail.
I heard about that.
Yeah, multiple cars. He's apologized. There's going to be a lot of lawsuits coming out of that. He is going to have. He's going to be five years probation or something like that.
Yeah.
But 30 days in jail. I wonder if they let him do that weekends or he has to do that. I'd say he just goes in and does it because he plays on weekends. He can't do that.
Right.
So I guess he's going to have to report and get that out of the way. And what a dummy. He was doing 121 miles an hour, I think it was.
Yeah.
Something like that.
When I heard that, I thought, what are you doing? You can't be doing that.
That's crazy. So that the camps are heating up. There's a lot of recruiting going on right now.
Yes, they are.
Broski said he dropped the NBA decades ago. A lot of the teams are doing good. The Dogs have been doing good in the recruiting. Yes, Broski, the Dogs are doing good. They did lose a 5-star to Texas. He flipped to Texas, but they flipped a 4-star from Alabama and all them over. I think it was Alabama, Oregon, and somebody else. Well, I think it was Ohio State. They flipped away, and he's going to the Dogs now. I liked what Kirby Smart said about Georgia. He said, if you're going to come to Georgia, you got to want to play.
That's right.
You got to want to hit. You don't come to Georgia if you're not wanting to lay it on the line. Don't come here.
Well, he said it because he came from Bama, and he knows how Bama plays, so he used to have Georgia like Bama.
Yeah, he did, and it's been successful. And it's going to be fun to get back into the season. I can't wait to get there. And we're going to be here to try to cover all that as best we can. He said the first tribal African guys, first 2 shots were spot on bullseyes. Did they actually shoot a bull or a target? That would be a cool sport.
Yeah.
The bulls are running.
running the bulls.
Lunch.
Steak.
Oh, all the non-meat eaters would be sick.
Oh yeah.
The non-hunters and all that. Be like, no.
Steak, hamburger.
Yeah. Well, I have no problem if anybody wants to just eat lettuce. I don't care.
Right.
Don't tell me I can't eat a steak.
That's me.
I don't care.
That's me. Or my chicken. I want my chicken.
I want my chicken. I was behind a truckload the other day. They went one way, I went the other, and I said, be seeing you soon. Because we like chicken.
You'll be on my supper plate next week.
Appreciate your sacrifice to the cause. Yes, NC, there's no doubt. Next week we'll be talking about the rest of the NFC South. We talked about the Falcons.
One thing before you keep going. Fried chicken. We're Baptist. We love fried chicken.
We love our fried chicken. That's right.
You're a preacher, so you better like fried chicken.
Well, I'm supposed to. I do like fried chicken.
Oh, I do.
I will not say that I like it more than a good steak, but I like fried chicken a lot. So.
Oh, I do too.
Broski says, I was at a Penguins Flyers game in Philly, and there were 8 fights between the teams, about a dozen fights in the seats. Oh, I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple separate brawls going on at the same time in the seats. As long as it's not right on top of me,
right,
I'm all in.
I am too.
I know it's wrong to say, but that's hockey. If I could just be a spectator and get a little video off that for the Southern Fried, I am all in.
Yeah.
I sign up for something like that. All these people putting all these videos up. Did you sign up for this? You dang Skippy. I will absolutely.
I would too.
Fighting in the NASCAR garage, I'm all in.
Yeah, I am too. I am too. Acknowledge me.
They got onto that NFL player for ripping the guy's helmet off.
Yeah.
And hitting him with it.
Yeah.
I didn't say a lot at the time. And I know it was the wrong thing to do. It was a safety issue. But that's old school, I got to admit.
Yeah.
I kind of liked it.
I do too.
I kind of liked it. I didn't want to see nobody get hurt.
No.
But when you take a guy's helmet and you rip it off his head and you hit him with it, you have won. You have won. I don't care what that guy says. If you take that helmet off and you hit him with it, you own that guy.
Oh yeah.
And he knew it too. He knew it. Now he can never do it again, or they'll kick him out for a year or lifetime or something. I don't know. But NFL was a violent sport.
It was.
They fought. They ripped helmets off. You know, I mean, it's still violent in a lot of ways.
Yeah, right.
The lawyers get involved and they lose the fun. Now, to me, this fun stuff that they're doing in the end zones in NFL games,
I know it.
I don't like that. Like, what are they going to do this time for the touchdown? I don't care about it.
I don't either.
If it was just the player doing something real quick, it's not that bad.
Right.
But because the whole half the team shows up down there and they're making all these, stances
Right.
and flipping and flopping and all that. Maybe I'm an old guy. I don't know.
Right.
I'm just not a fan of that right now. But definitely want to see I want to see them have fun.
I do too.
Spike the ball, throw it up the stands,
Right.
or hand it to the official. You know, that's a lot of fun. I like that.
And I don't like all these rules in the sports. We got too many rules.
It's too many. I mean, let's face it. They've got to protect the quarterbacks because that's the money maker for
Right.
the TV and all that. But I'm sorry, if you get there and you hit him blindside, I love it.
Right.
That's all part of it.
Spare him. You know.
That guy has fought his whole game,
Right.
getting poked in the eye, punched in every
Right.
place you can imagine,
Right.
thrown to the ground. He's wore out. He's bleeding. He's tired. And he finally gets a direct line at that quarterback, and he grabs him and drives him into the ground, and they go, flag.
Yeah.
I'm not in for
I
that.
mean,
I'm not.
you got all these time limits to throw a ball in baseball. You got a time limit to pitch that ball. You got a time limit in football to throw that ball. You got all these time limits in NASCAR. Get rid of all these time limits.
I'll be honest with you, going to NASCAR, and I know it's a safety thing. I hate the pit road speed.
I do too.
To me, come
Go.
in as hot as you want. It's up to everybody to get out of the way, or you're wrecked.
Remember I said about Pocono, 155 miles per hour in the pits?
And I'm all in. I like that.
I did too.
Come in hot. You don't think Dale Earnhardt wouldn't have come in at 75 miles an hour sideways in the pit? There you go, boys. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
I can't stand that.
I can't either.
And when you come, and especially when you're coming out of the pit,
Yeah.
you got to go down that long pit road.
Oh, yeah.
They're sitting there like, come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Give them another lane there or something right beside it, or you could get over there too. You could hammer it. That's
Right.
dumb. That is dumb.
It is.
I'm sorry.
If you're a gas it. Let's go.
That's it. Pedal to the metal, baby. That's what I like. Head of the quarterback, hit him. You don't want to do dirty stuff, but hit him as hard as you can.
Right.
Pick him up by the feet and drag him to the sideline. Here's your boy. Of course, the offensive line would get involved and stop, but there are some quarterbacks I would have enjoyed seeing that happen too, like Joe Montana or some of them cowboy quarterbacks. Cook, I think you're out there listening somewhere. He just hadn't said nothing. See if I can draw him out. Hit him. I love it.
Right.
Let's do it.
Right. Even in a baseball game, hey, if they're blocking that base, run them over. Put the cleats in them.
Oh my goodness. All right, folks, we're going to have to get off here because we do have an 8:00 show. Just want to get on and talk some sports for a few minutes. Thanks for the insights. And next show, which will be early next week, we will or mid next week, whatever. We will cover the NFC South, the rest of it,
Right.
Clemson, Ohio State, and Texas. We're going to look at all those.
It was
and
fun.
We'll cover. We might cover 2 SEC teams.
Right.
We'll see. Anyway, take care. God bless. Thanks for your support of the Southern Fried Podcast. Don't forget, we must always mention to you that we have, yes, let me get back up to it, our coffees, as well as Patriot Mobile. Get your phone carrier service and get your coffee right here at the Southern Fried. You cannot go wrong. Appreciate your support of our sponsors, our store. More is coming. Promise you. More is coming. Sounds like Billy Otto. More.
Yeah.
Later, NC, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. He gets around to a lot of different podcasters. I'm honored that you stopped by
Thank you.
Southern Fried.
Thanks, folks.
All you folks are great. We appreciate you very much. We'll go out with some music. Take care and have a